must pay homage to him.
Okay. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the Air Jordan 4 Cave Stones. These are scheduled or rumored to be released September 6th of 2025. And it's a very interesting sneaker. Nike and Jordan brand can never fail when they make another variation of the Air Jordan 4. It's just one of those silhouettes. Even if it's bad, somehow they still look good on your feet. But starting with the box, it looks like the box is supposed to be mimicking Cave Stone, and that's very interesting, because I think around this time, if I'm not mistaken, pretty much exactly around this time last year, we got the what was that one Jordan 4? Everybody went crazy for it. It was made a little differently. The wet cements. That was the one that had the box like this that looked like, I guess, wet cement. I'm not really sure about that, but it is what it is. I just think that the boxes look very similar, and even though the materials are totally different on this sneaker, it's still kind of like the same theme, almost sort of a grayish, very bland, earthy tone Jordan 4. And now we have the Jordan 4 Cave Stones, and I've seen this floating around the internet, this variation of them. I don't think that's official, but those look good too. I wouldn't be mad if they made them that way. So we have this Cave Stone textured box, and I like when Jordan brand kind of puts a little bit of effort into making the box go with the story or the theme of the sneaker. But looking at these sneakers, they remind me of a lot of sneakers. They kind of remind me of course, there's some Travis inspiration in there. There's also a slight touch of the Taupe Hazes, like I said before, with the wet cements. There's also like that Amamayer 4 Jordan that they did as well. Another thing that's fascinating about the shoe is that they have Nike on the back, which I'll show shortly. But it just kind of seems like they put the Nike on the back of the sneakers. There really is no rhyme or reason for having that on the back, the Jumpman of the Nike Air. And I'm not too picky about it, even though the Nike Air does look the best. I can see them putting the Jumpman on the back of this sneaker, and I don't think anybody would complain. Some people would just say it would look better with the Nike Air, which it does, but it doesn't have to have it, if that makes sense. But with this sneaker, there are some semi-translucent parts of the sneaker, some on the midsole right next to the white part of the midsole. The flaps are not translucent. They look like it, but they're not. Here's a quick look at the Travis Scott 4. I was thinking that these reminded me of, and they don't really look like them. Maybe it's just the kind of brown cave stony tone, but it's a totally different shoe. They just kind of give me that. They just remind me of the sneaker, basically. The upper is made of a nice, very transitional suede nubuck upper, and it is great. Every piece of the sneaker has this very smooth nubuck suede to it. And of course, I like to do this over and over because I really do appreciate when they use materials like this. This is an early sneaker. This is an early look, so it will be interesting to see if the retail sneaker has the same transitional suede, because sometimes they change things up at the last minute, so you never really know. And see this look on the toe that really reminds me of the Amamayer 4s. They're releasing at $215 US, and I think that the wet cements, those were $225, and I asked everybody, is it worth paying $225 for Jordan 4s? And pretty much everybody was like, man, I paid $250 and $300 per sneaker, so $225 really doesn't make a difference at this point. And I remember when Jordan 4s were like 135 back in the day, but that's a different day. I also think that this sneaker will sell out. If they do sit, they might sit for a day, and that's my prediction. Will I try to get them on release date? Probably not. I don't think I'm gonna go for these, even though it's a really nice sneaker. I did go size 10. I told you from now on I'm going with size 10 on all of my Jordan 4s. They just fit the best. I have no issues with them. When I did a quick Google search on Cavestones, this is what popped up, and they got it. The shoe looks exactly like one of these colors of these stones. So it's just a very interesting concept because it has nothing to do with Michael Jordan. I don't know if Michael Jordan ever went like cave diving or what, but they just kind of pulled this one out of thin air, just like the wet cement. You're like, you know what? Let's make a wet-looking cement Jordan 4. Let's make a Jordan 4 that looks like Cavestones. Or they probably just had a material and was like, you know what? I call it a Cavestone. That's right. We'll just roll with that. That's probably how that happened. Whoever has that job has one of the best jobs on the planet, just to be shown materials and then come up with something that looks like the material's color. It's just funny how they do it, because I know that's how they're doing it. But anyway, you guys let me know. Will you be going for the Cavestones? I tell you what, if I didn't have this sneaker, I'm not gonna lie, I probably wouldn't go for them. And that's only because I'm in a different phase at life and I'm actually trying to get rid of sneakers, and I'm not doing a good job for it. I haven't even actually tried just yet. But starting next week, I'm gonna start getting rid of things one by one. A couple of my grails are gonna go. Well, hold on, what do we got? We got the, of course, we got the Jumpman or Jordan on the other side of the tongue. These also sort of remind me of another sneaker that's coming out this year as the Undefeated 4s. The Undefeated 4s also have a really, really plush transitional type of nubuck on them. So those I'm definitely going to go for because they're so sought after, they're so hyped, and I've never actually had a pair as far as a gifted pair that's sent to me for review, or of course a retail pair, because they were extremely hard to get back when those came out. But they do kind of remind me of the Undefeated 4. And I also should be getting a pair of those maybe in another month or so. I'm not really sure. I've been holding off from those because there's so many different variations of that sneaker going around. I figured it's best if I just wait a little bit. But make sure you follow the video, subscribe to the channel. I have like 4 or 5 more pairs of sneakers I need to get to it. So make sure you follow me on Instagram at Cola Culture. And again, shout out to the person that sent me these through Instagram. I greatly appreciate it. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace, light, and love. And I'm out.